Hi, welcome to my channel. Before we start, do subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it with your friends. So today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended, Variant 4-3, October-November 2019. Question number 1. Part A. In a cycling club, the number of members are in the ratio males and females 8:3. The club has 342 females. Find the total number of members. What are the total parts that the members have been divided into? 11. 8 plus 3, 11. Out of that, 3 parts are women. 3 parts of the total members are women. And the number of women, 342. So to find the total, remember this is a divide. When you bring here, it will be a multiply. And the numerator will be the divide. So this will give us the answer 1254. Or you could have written 342 divided by 3/11. That will give you the same answer. Next, find the percentage of the total number of members that are female. Total number of members that are female are 342 over the total number of members, which is 1254, multiplied by 100, which is 27.27. You can round it to one decimal to 7.3%, or leave it to two decimal place. The price of a bicycle is $1,020. Club members receive a 15% discount on this price. Find how much a club member pays for this bicycle. For this, we need to know the rule. If there is a percentage change, the original value multiplied by the change in percentage gives us the new value. So our original value is 1020. And there has been a reduction discount of 15%. Whenever the word reduction, discount, or less than, reduce comes involving percentage, we subtract from 100 that value. That will give us 85. And then divide by 100, which will give you 0.85. Multiply by 0.85, and that will give you your new value, $867. Next, in 2019, the membership fee of the cycling club is 79.5. This is 6% more than last year. Find the increase in the cost of the membership. We are going to use the same formula. We know the new value now. The price is $79.50. This is 6% more. So what is the percentage change? You are increasing the value by 6%. Whenever there is increase, add to 100 that number. So you will have 106 and divide by 100, which will be 1.06. So multiply by 1.06 will give you your original value, or the cost of the membership, which was previous. Now, to find this, we are going to divide 79.50 by 1.06. This will give us 75. So $75 was our original value. But they are asking find the increase in the cost. And for that, we are going to subtract 75 from 79.5. That will give us $4.5. So this is the answer. In part D, Asif cycles a distance of 105 kilometers. On the first part of his journey, he cycles 60 kilometers in 2 hours 24 minutes. On the second part of his journey, he cycles 45 kilometers at 20 kilometers per hour. Find his average speed for the whole journey. I hope you know how to find distance, speed and time, and how they are related to each other. So this is the formula. You need to know the triangle. If you want to find distance, you cover distance and you are left with speed multiplied by time. If you want to find time, you divide distance by speed. And if you want to find speed, you divide distance by time. In the first part of his journey, he cycled 60 kilometers. So total distance he traveled is 60 kilometers. And the time taken is 2 hours 24 minutes. You have to change the minutes into hours, divide by 60. That will give you 0.4. So 2.4 hours. Now let's look at the second part of the journey. The distance is given to us 45 and speed is given to us 20 kilometers per hour. To find time, we divide the distance by the speed, which is 45 divided by 20. That will give you 2.25 hours. To find the average speed, we need to add the total distance, which is 60 plus 45, and divided by the total time taken, which is 2.4 plus 2.25. And this will give us 22.58. You can leave it like this or round it to one decimal place. 22.6 kilometer per hour. Brian invested $480 in an account 4 years ago. The account pays compound interest at a rate of 2.1% per year. Today he uses some of the money in this account to buy a bicycle costing $430. Calculate how much money remains in his account. To find compound interest, we use the formula amount is equal to principal 1 plus r over 100 n. P is the principal. So in this case, our principal is $480 in an account, and rate of interest is 2.1% and years is 4. So let's use this formula to get the amount he has in the bank. 481 plus 2.1 over 100 to the power of 4. This will give us 521.607. When we round it to 2 decimal, money we round it to 2 decimals, it will become 0.61. You will have to round it to 2 decimal. Look at the number after. If it is 5 or more, you add 1 to the previous number. This is the amount that he has in the bank, and he uses 430. So how much is the balance remaining? The balance is $91.61. F. The formula S is equal to half AT square is used to calculate the distance S traveled by a bicycle. When A is 3 and T is 10, each correct to the nearest integer, calculate the lower bound of the distance. So each correct to the nearest integer. Nearest integer means whole numbers, positive or negative. Whenever you are using or whenever you want to solve upper bound or lower bound question, whatever they say correct to. In this case, they are saying correct to the nearest integer, which is 1. We divide it by 2. That is 0.5. So to find the lower bound, we subtract 0.5. So it will be 2.5. And the same we are going to do for 10 minus 0.5. It will give us 9.5. Now we have to substitute in the formula. So times 2.5 times 9.5 square. And we will get the answer 112.8125. In the lower bound and the upper bound questions, write all the decimals and everything that you get. Suppose if this was an upper bound, then instead of subtracting, we would have added this value. Question number 2 is a polygon question. The diagram shows a triangle and a quadrilateral. All angles are in degrees. For the triangle, show that 3a plus 5b is equal to 170. So we add all the angles together. A plus 2b plus 2a plus 3b plus 10 is equal to the sum angle property of a triangle states that the sum of all the three angles is equal to 180. So add the like terms together, you will have 3a plus 5b is equal to 180. When we move the 10 to the other side, it will be negative 10. Therefore, 3a plus 5b is equal to 170. Next, we have been given a quadrilateral, and the sum of all the angles in the quadrilateral equal to 360. Therefore, 8a plus 3a plus 2b plus 4b minus 2a plus b plus 50 is equal to 360. Again, we are going to add the like terms together, all the a's with the sign. That will give us 11 minus 2, 9a, and now all the b. 2b plus 4b plus b will give us 7b. The 50 will move to the other side, so 360 minus 50. We are left with 9a plus 7b is equal to 310. Solve these simultaneous equations, show all your working. So we have two equations, 3a plus 5b is equal to 170 and 9a plus 7b is equal to 310. Look at the coefficients of a. They are not same. Look at the coefficients of b. They are not same. We have to make the coefficient of either a or b same, and then we can solve. So this looks easier. I have a 9 here. If I multiply the top equation by 3, I will get 9a plus 15b is equal to 510. So you have been given now this equation and this equation, let's label them equation 1 and equation 2. We can subtract them. 9a plus 15b is equal to 510. Subtract 9a plus 7b, 310. When you subtract, we change signs of each term which is in the last row, okay? This will get cancelled. 15 minus 7 will give you 8b, and this will give us 200. So the 8 we bring to the other side, it will be a divide. B is equal to 25. Now substitute in any equation you want. I will substitute in this equation. So 3a plus 5 in place of b, substitute 25 is equal to 170. 3a plus 125 is equal to 170. Let's bring the 125 to the other side. It will be a negative. And then this is 45 divided by 3, which is 15. So we found our a, which is 15, and b, which is 25. Next part of the question, find the size of the smallest angle in the triangle. So this is our triangle. Replace the a and the b with a is 15 and b is 30, and you will see that this is the smallest angle. 2 multiplied by 15, which is 30. So that's your answer. Part B, solve the equation 6x minus 3 is equal to negative 12. an easy 2 mark. So we have to make x the subject. 6x is equal to negative 12. The negative 3 when we move to the other side will be positive 3. This will give us negative 9. X is equal to negative 9 divided by 6, which is equal to negative 1.5. Part C, rearrange this equation to make y the subject. So we want y the subject, we have to bring everything to the other side. So let's start. We can expand the bracket or we can do without expanding. Let me show you without expanding. 4x minus y is equal to 5x minus 3. This is a multiply. When I bring to the other side, it will be a divide. Your x has to be, your y has to be positive. So the whole terms, we will interchange the places, or we can just move the y to the other side. Let's do that. So we have 4x is equal to 5x minus 3 over 2 plus y. Now this whole thing we are going to shift this side. Minus 5x minus 3 over 2 is equal to y. So this is one way of doing it. We made y the subject. The other way would be by expanding the bracket. We will have 8x minus 2y is equal to 5x minus 3. We want to make y the subject. Our y has to be positive. So the y will bring to the other side, everything else on this side. 8x. The 5x when we bring here, it will become negative 5x. The negative 3 will be positive 3 is equal to 2y. 8x minus 5x will give us 3x plus 3. And this is a multiply, 2 multiply by y. So when we bring to the other side, it will be a divide. So both the answers you can write it, whichever way you find it easy. For now, I will use the expanded form answer. Next, simplify. This is an indices question. Remember that the power which is outside is for each term which is inside. So this is 27 to the power of 2 over 3 and x to the power of 9 to the power of 2 over 3. We are going to put this in the calculator. We will get 9. And whenever you have like this, 2 powers, we multiply the power. So it will be 9 multiplied by 2 over 3. That will give you 6. So x to the power of 6. Part is simplified. This is an algebraic fraction. For the numerator, you can see that what is common. You have 2 x's here and 1 x here. So we factorize 1 x out. And we are left with x plus 5. For the denominator, you need to use the difference of square rules. A square minus b square is equal to a minus b and a plus b. This is a very important identity that keeps repeating itself. We have x square minus 25. 25 can be written as 5 square. So that gives us x minus 5 and x plus 5. So x minus 5 over x plus 5. And then we can see that x plus 5 is common. We cancel it out. So we are left with x over x minus 5. Part 3. We have been given a table and an equation has been given to us. We have to find the value of y when x is negative 1, 1 and 3. A very easy 3 mark. We just have to replace here. But remember, if it's a negative, when you put in the calculator, you have to write in a bracket or you will get a wrong answer. So let's start and let's see what we will get when we substitute in place of x negative 1. We'll get 5. When we substitute 1, we'll get negative 3. And 3 will give us 21. On the grid, draw the graph. So we have to plot these points now on the graph. Before we plot the points, let's understand each line. What does that mean? On the x-axis, each line is 0.1. So the middle lines are 0.5. For the y-axis, 0 is here and 5 is here. There are 10 lines in between. So each 2 line is 0.1. So this each line is 0.1. And now let's plot the points. When x is -3, y is -3 also. So this is -3 x and y is going to be -3 here. And then when x is -2, y is 6. So this is 5. So 6 will be here. And then when x is -1.5, which is here, y is 6.4. And when x is -1, y is 5, which is here. And when x is 0, y is 0, this is here. That's the way we are going to plot all the points. So these are all the points plotted, and now we have to join them together, make a smooth curve. So this is how your curve will look like. Part C, use your graph to solve the equation x cubed plus x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. This is when this equal to the, if you have a number after equal to, that is your y value. It means when y is equal to 0. And where is y equal to 0? Y is equal to 0 on your x-axis. So the 3 points that we have is 1, 2, and 3. The first one here is -2.9. The second one is 0. And the third one is 1.7. So -2.9, 1.7, and 0. You have been given a range of values for what your answer will be accepted. 2.9 to -2.7 and 1.7 to 1.9. Part D. By drawing a suitable tangent, find an estimate of the gradient of the curve at x is equal to 2. So we have to draw a tangent at 2. What does that mean? That we have to draw a straight line which touches the curve at 2 when x is equal to 2. So let's do that. So this is how you will draw the tangent. Now we need 2 points to find the gradient. To find the gradient, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The first point, we know that x is 2. So use that point. When x is 2, y is 2. The second point, see whichever point you think is best. You can use when x is 3, y is 12.5. And using the gradient formula, gradient is equal to y2 minus y1. So 2 minus 12.5 over 2 minus 3. This will give you 10.5. So our gradient is 10.5. Again, we have been given a range. Any value from 10 to 14 will be accepted. Part A. Write down the largest value of the integer k so that the equation x cubed plus x squared minus 5x is equal to k has 3 solutions for -3 to 3. Like I said before, k is your y value. An integer means a whole number. 3 solutions means it has 3 answers of x. Let's check it out. So where can we get 3 solutions when we cut? This is the highest point here. Let's draw a line here. So this is 5, 6, and this is 6.5. But we want integer. 6.5 is not the integer. So what is the integer? 6. If you draw a line at 6, you will cut the graph at 3 places. So it has 3 solutions. The value of k is 6. That's to the end of this video. For question number 4 onwards, please watch part 2 and 3. And if I've been able to help you, kindly subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends. Thank you very much for watching.